eternal damnation once and for all. Once and for all, he yelled, "I'll get you, vile Dracula, at the top of lungs!" And thus we begin Castlevania Dracula X. And I'm popping the mic. Alright. Beginning a new game. Let's see how well or how badly I do today. This is a particularly talented Belmont, because when you get the knife, he doesn't just throw one knife, he throws like 3, and they travel through enemies too. Oh, the axe is still kind of underwhelming. I'll skip it. Skip it, thanks. This was one of the first Castlevanias to introduce the item crash system as well, and the ability to take back items that you accidentally pick up, that you accidentally drop. And the backflip, which they then further upgrade with the slide. Crap. Not in time to pick up that heart. Of course, the money, that's no good for anything other than points. Some of these, some Castlevanias will have you not get thrown back when you're hit by enemies if you duck. But there aren't. These games aren't exactly unanimous on that front. Richter seems to be a bit faster when jumping than when power walking. All of his jumps are running jumps. Alright, I'll take a cross. I think those two are big hearts. Although I have plenty right now. I believe the axe and the cross have the same item crash. Send the item flying, send multiples of the item just flying around the room. I'm sure one of these was a meat. Maybe it was one of the later ones. Ah. I heard that this was one of the more difficult arcade Castlevanias, like other than Hidden Castle, but at the same time the music, in general Castlevanias, the music is so good it just carries it carries you through the experience, it holds you through, no matter how difficult the game is. Better remember that this whip has more range than I give it credit for. He landed a combo on me. Oh yeah, you can also item crash without a special weapon. If you have, I believe, 15 hearts, you can item crash the whip itself, and you'll do a jumping, fiery whip attack. Not sure how useful it'll be against this guy, but it might be worth a shot. There's no use looking for the meat now, I'm at full health. That was unusual. Fire spawned so far off screen it didn't even... Oh, that didn't work. Nope. Ah. Want to try number 2. Maybe with a ground-bound enemy like this, I should stick to the knife. I normally like to use the holy water in most Castlevanias. Seems like there's little bits of hair, little bits of green hair sticking to the sides of the skeletons' heads. Just like 5 or 6 pixels of just little tufts of either hair, like green hair, or moss. Yeah, those were going to be impossible to avoid since you can't jump or dodge on a set of stairs. That was just dumb on my part. And so was that. That could possibly be a takes damage to save time. And again, considering you can keep ahead of him pretty well, it probably wasn't. That's an axe there. Yeah. I believe the knife item crash only costs 10 hearts. Don't know if I'll live long enough to make good use of it though. Might as well start out with it. Huh, you're invincible when you item crash. That is something I did not remember, but definitely valuable information for future boss fights. Do I have enough for a whip item crash? A whip crash. Now I do. Standing still jump will get you over that, but it won't guarantee your safety from a lunge. An aerial whip might. Oh, I tried to do the the whip crash, but I forgot what the button combo was. It's up and X. I tried to do up and Y, which is to use an item normally. Back my knife. Game really wants you to have the axe here. That's just a 1 heart. They build up. But I guess when you know where all the big hearts are, you don't really need to bother with the small ones as much. You've also got to remember that this move is nowhere near as useful in this game as it is in the others. The candles are placed just below your highest jump height, so you're best off whipping longer after you jump, or waiting a longer time after you jump to push the whip button. Dude, do I want this guy to jump after me? No. I think there's meat at the end of this bottom path. No, that was at the end of the previous bottom path. I would have to have fallen down the breaking dragon pillars. So I might be able to tank through those that fire wave if I use the item crash. Jumps back, uses that, and jumps on the other side. He's trying to turn around and whip before he did that lunge. Now I'm just getting impatient. It's gonna jump across or jump this way. Maybe this will work? So far I'm kind of breaking even on this. No, now I've made a loss. Who knew it was that easy? Or at least, that's statistically probable. I really need to set the button so I don't open the menu. Controller settings. That one. These are the buttons that open the menu. That one. Nothing. Actually set it to R. ZL to L. No buttons open the menu. Good. It's a good thing they give you unlimited continues in this. And again, this game, if I recall, never appeared in the arcades, so there wasn't really a point in limiting continues for the home console version for Challenge. Automatic. Alright, this was the game where they introduced the barrel skeletons, or the ape skeletons. As a not so subtle Donkey Kong reference. Knife! I almost don't remember these things being so tiny. These eye guardians. What were they called again? Peeping eyes? I think that was it. The watchdogs of the castle. Jump right into that. It's going for the candle. reach this guy from down here. I have to sort of... yeah, just walk past him. These guys were just called armor knights for the most part, not spear knights or lancers or anything like that. Whereas the axe throwing ones were called axe knights. Or axe armor. I'm trying to get the timing down of the whip, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I'm also getting a little alert every time I pop my microphone, so that's kind of throwing me off too. Because if the microphone's too far from my mouth, then you won't hear anything. But if it's too close, then it'll be popping every time I pronounce my consonants. It basically blasts into my ears every time I pop. Nah, I'm breathing into the mic. There's no good place to position a headset mic. I need to get like a snowball or something. Kind of funny if you just walked backwards into the castle. Actually, I tend to practice the NES Castlevanias more than the later, higher tech ones. Probably because I really just like the chiptunes. Those really carry me through. Music in general will carry me through most game experiences. I'll just throw water at you. Let you handle it that way. What's the water cost you? Just 1 or 2 hearts? Yeah, 2 hearts. It's their spear that burns up. And they just disappear. They just kind of give up and say, well, I quit. Those. I think I need I think I need to use the axe to get those. These guys might not be worth dealing with. Water isn't quite so useful here. Especially since it doesn't stay still on those platforms. Yeah, even doing the backflip won't get you the height you would need. Knife. I can do that. I can do with that. I was hoping I could just power through that battle. That was lucky. Maybe I should just wait for that one to wake up. Crap. Ah! Moving forward. Or I landed too far, I jumped too far that way. It's not going to be going in my favor. At some point I should see how much damage that flaming whip will do to the boss if I don't have a sub-weapon equipped. This Belmont can't swim, so all the mermen need to do is just push him into the water, just distract him long enough for the bridge to fall. They don't even have to worry about self-preservation in that way. They can just distract him long enough, they'll fall into the water, they'll be fine. Belmont will drown. Ah, that was bad. I overestimated the reach of my whip. On the NES Castlevanias, I've pretty much got the distances perfected. Here it seems a little smaller. I think because his sprite is bigger in comparison to his whip length. So by proportion, his whip is actually smaller. If I had turned around, the whip would have hit him. If I was facing away from that merman, the whip would have hit him. But as it was, the wind-up was what killed me. Oh well, the whole screen shakes if you don't jump off of that thing. That is actually very distracting. Crap, that's gonna kill me. Oh, maybe not. Most of them just bounce off him, even if they break his shield. If I can get all three of those on the screen, I might just... No, I don't have much item crash. Bounces it. I took too many risks with that. Trying to go for all 5 hits in one combo, rather than just doing the backflip. This is alright. Crap. There. Ah. They have that one extra hit point after their health empties out. In a lot of the GBA and DS Castlevanias, those eyes will actually bounce back, they'll recoil when you hit them, so you have to compensate for that. Ah, face the other way. There. Stage 3. Here's where the path splits, I believe. So there's a 4A and a 4B. I really like that high-pitched accompaniment. Can't backflip onto the stairs there. Rather, he has to be in a certain frame of his animation to land on the stairs and keep climbing. Like that. Takes damage to save time. Crap. Sub-weapons. Use them or lose them. I underestimated the spear's reach. At least I made it to the next room. 5. Sure, I'll take it. Stop your water. Oh, and an apple. For all the good 1 second of vulnerability is going to do me there. This seems a bit reminiscent of Castlevania 1. Crap. Well, that's not too bad. Knife item crash is nice. Oh, missed the boat by that much. Yeah, Mario Fan 20 in the chat is saying, I'm really liking his music, and I've got to agree, this is one of my favorite renditions of this song. I think it's Bloody Tears. One of the first, I think it's Castlevania 2's. One of the prominent themes in Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. You know, I think one of the things that caused me to, that allowed me to enjoy Simon's Quest was that I didn't play games for the dialogue. If someone was talking, I ignored it. And that was totally legit for Simon's Quest since everyone was a liar. You found out whatever you needed to by experimentation. And I mean, the console RPG hadn't exactly been established at that point. There were a couple of Dungeons and Dragons games, and those were terrible, and those were made by people who were supposedly authorities on the subject of RPGs. So So even they couldn't figure out how console RPG worked. So trying to rely on an arcade game maker to make a good one was kind of a ridiculous idea. The only people that did make a good RPG were Squaresoft, and they did it by fluke. I think Hironobu Sakaguchi actually went on to say that Final Fantasy really could have been named anything. He just wanted two F's to be stuck together in the name. That was it. Some beef here for me. Stopwatch or water? I'll take water. Pick up the ampoule just as the boat arrives. Oh, this is powered invincibility. Enemies touch you and they die. Well, it's still just for 1 second. I have to wonder if they had any other ideas with that. Like, for example, I don't know, holding R or something to save your invincibility, so that it's 1 second, but you can use it just when you need to. If I recall, one of the big complaints about Castlevania 2 was the fact that there were places where you had to duck and do nothing. And if I recall, like, there was a lot of religious, well, there is a lot of religious stuff in not just Castlevania, but vampire lore in general. And ducking and not doing anything, I believe, is the basically video game way of praying. So if you're supposed to pray somewhere, you just duck and don't do anything for a while. And it wasn't just Castlevania that did that. I believe there were games like Fazanadu, and here's where the path splits in this stage. Yeah, there are other games that generally had you duck and not do anything for like a second or two. Or up to 5 seconds. Which, according to one of my old cinematics classes, is kind of a sin. A cinematic sin. Stage 4 Prime. If you fall during stage 3, you get taken here. And the stage is set up so that there's a good chance you'll fall. So you can't just... So you're not guaranteed to skip it. It's not such an easy choice as to say, I think I'll go to stage 4 or stage 4 Prime this time. And so let's see if I can go to stage 4. Or if I'll end up at stage 4 Prime instead. Oh, do I have to make the long jump? Looks like it. There we go. Crap. One thing I do miss from the older Castlevanias is the ×2 and ×3. If I could make my own Castlevania, I'd probably start with doing a something like a remake of Castlevania 3, where I tend to play as mage characters. So of course, what I would want to do is I would want to give Sypha the ×2 and ×3 for fire, ice, and lightning spells. Now that the consoles can handle more particles on screen. Huh, that's interesting. The water works on mud. Holy water works on mud. This intro kind of reminds me of one of the Laser Blazer games from the Super Scope. Just gotta remember not to land hard on these spinning platforms. Like I almost did there. Bats are annoying, but that's their job. They only win if you get annoyed. You're just perfectly safe there, aren't you? Aha! Wait. Passage to open the thingy was over here. Passage to open the prison? No. I think I missed that actually. The prison might have been stage 4. That determines whether you get the good ending or not. In the Rondo of Blood edition, I believe it determines whether you unlock Maria as playable. I don't remember whether Maria was the first Belnat, well, the other Belnatas. There are 2 Belnatas clans, witches, that 3 that I know of that you can play of in the Castlevania series. There's Sypha, there's Yoko, and there's Carrie Fernandez. I underestimated that guy's reach too. I want to stand close enough so that I can counterattack when they, so that I can riposte when they whiff, but they don't whiff. So I was down on the very edge of this. With the lunge whiff. There we go. A knife is fine too. Oh! I really gotta be more careful. What do we have here? A treasure trove. And we have a hyper kitten apparently. Death? No. Just some ghosty. Some ghosty that likes to hide off screen. Not knowing. Might be best just to hit him with the whip since he'll only take 1 hit before retreating. Luckily, it looks like having this ghosty fly through you does not hurt. It does inflict you with a curse, though. I just want to just use the plain old knife throw rather than the crash. Aw, phase 2. Now the ghosty is in a different stance, in a different flight. Any items in here? Knife, alright. Just what I was hoping for. Alright, not death. Time for another round of fun through gritted teeth. Oh, invincibility time is not doubled when you're slowed, fortunately. Thankfully, the slowing only lasts a short while. That was probably necessary just to survive having a tombstone drop on me. Alright, one more attempt. I don't usually do live streams for games that I'm not well practiced in. But Dracula X was a kind of a request, so I thought might as well. And it is a good game. It's quite enjoyable, despite its difficulty. Mostly thanks to the music. Especially if you've got a nice surround sound, or at least a bass boost on your speakers. Surround sound is necessary. Bass boost definitely helps. Water. The red axe armors just seem to lose their temper, which makes them seem a bit weaker than the blue ones, since the blue ones will keep, like, it's a 100% chance they'll throw an axe, whereas the red ones, there's a chance that they won't, which gives you a whole bunch of free hits. Let's see, jump then. No. They go way underneath you if you jump, almost guaranteeing that you'll land on them. So basically jump towards them and attempt to jump over them, like so. And then they'll miss you. I wonder if they had ever attempted, Konami had ever attempted to do like a DMC Ninja Gaiden Bayonetta styled Castlevania. I know that they attempted something like a Dynasty Warriors Castlevania with some of their 3D attempts, to varying degrees of success depending on who you ask. I wasn't a big fan of the European, like Western RPG Celtic style of Castlevania, although that's supposedly more like, I guess they're going for more of a Dragon Age aesthetic. I don't know, for me it sort of took away from what was Castlevania. And again, I didn't really like of the later Castlevanias, didn't really like Order of Ecclesia as much as I liked Dawn of Souls and Portrait of Ruin, even though those are very, like, anime styled. Jump! Come on. And they get a lot of flack for being very anime styled rather than being realistic styled. Although I wouldn't exactly call this realistic. I mean, it's probably realistic for SNES. Power walking and the special animations for walking upstairs. Then again, you've got games like the original Prince of Persia, or rather the enhanced port of Prince of Persia on SNES. And Flashback and other basically rotoscoped animations, which are pretty much as realistic as you can expect with this level of technology. It's very easy to get a lot of cheap shots on you when you're here, when you're in this first phase. And again, I should have remembered how to get a lot of cheap shots on the ghosty. Too far off screen. I won't hit him. Put up with this annoyance while I'm cursed. There. Get him. Get him. Get him. Oh. That'll probably be all for this week. Thanks for joining me. I might try this next week if I get some practice in between, but I'll probably want to do, if I do a Castlevania, I'll probably want to do either the NES one or maybe I'll do the GBA one just to compare with how Brojo is doing, or if the DS ones come out. Those would be nice to do on live stream. Anyways, I guess I will see you next week. Till then.